gonna pop on like 30 minutes ago, but things just kept getting in the way. And I was gonna try to see if I could do that little notification thing that I did the other day, and I don't even know if that even worked or not. But let's see if I can get you propped up here a little bit better. Hoping someone will pop on here soon. I don't really think I'm gonna be on here very long, because Ron had to go out and do, sorry, oh, I should have already done that. There we go. That worked. Janine, how is it you are always the first one on? Do you get notified? Or, I don't know. How is it? I can almost bet money you're going to be the first one on here. Anyways, it has been a good day so far. Did get this bedroom completely straightened up, and my eyes are puffy because I just woke up from a nap. Because look here, this is what we have today, y'all. I don't know if you can see out that window very good. The fog is lifting a little bit. Probably 30 minutes ago, it was sitting on my neighbor's house. But it's been looking like England here since I got up this morning. Let's see. There we go. Took care of that one. I never put my phone down. Well, I don't either. I don't call me putting my phone down, but, and anyways, but hey, I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. I think it's great. I really do. I think it's great. Made a lot of improvements because I got up and I'm like, I'm not stopping till I finish this bedroom. Like I was working on it last night, and it is a totally cleaned up bedroom. Fancy keeps finding her spot, and I really don't want the cats on the bed, but I haven't stopped her yet. Willow, I'm going to need that money. From Brazil. Okay. Okay, Janine, darling, I know you're my moderator, and we were talking the other day. I forget who. I think I was talking to Pam last night after I got done with the live, and I'm like, and she says, Becky, she says, it's almost to the point. She says, and I don't want to say this, but she says it's almost to the point where the lives aren't enjoyable because there's so many crazies on there. And I'm like, I know. And I said, I'm trying to have like a little better outlook at these people that want to get on here and just troll and just say crap. And it's like my son said last night. He says, Mom, you know, trolls aren't always bad. He says there's some that get on there like that one guy was doing last night. I said, and they're just keeping the conversation going. And he says, there's not really any harm in that. I said, no, there's no harm in that until these people start having conversations with other commenters, which I don't really mind. Am I making any sense? So, and I said, but then there's those other ones that want to come in and say stupid stuff. And I said, and then my moderators that were on here last night, I said they couldn't enjoy the live from having to delete everybody. You know? So, we're good here. We're just talking about the trolls that come on my lives all the time. Yeah. Happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody too. So, hubby will be home shortly. that was part of the reason he's called me twice in the past hour, asking and making sure that there's nothing else I need from the grocery store, because I may do a live a little later, and that's part of the reason I was coming on right now, was to let some of y'all know I may do a live a little later. Martin, hello, some Slovakia. Oh, wow. Hello there. Good afternoon. Hello there. Oh, hey there, Jennifer. I about missed you. Hey, we got notified on my phone. I watched you clean up that room this morning when I got up. Okay. All right. Did I miss anybody else there? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay. 32. What is today? Today is Friday, the 27th, and it is about 3:36 p.m. here. Cat Paw's been on here a couple of times, but listen. Hey there, Bama boy. I see you too. Listen, y'all, I do have moderators on my channel right now. And all you are asked to do, if you want to continue on this channel, on this feed right now, is just be respectful. If you don't like what you're looking at, just keep on scrolling and go on past. Hello, Denmark. And that's all. Just be kind, considerate, okay? I do my lives most of the time so I can interact with my subscribers. Hello there, Newcastle. Hope you're having a lovely Christmas day. Wonderful horseshoe. Hey, wonderful horseshoe. I have a question for you, okay? Because you must be a horse person with the horseshoe thing in your name. Are you a horse person? Can't be respectful. Don't go away mad. Just go away. That's all. You're beautiful the way you are. Thank you there. Sloppy toppy. Okay. I can't keep up with these. Ethan, stop being mean. I cannot keep up with all this. Who's Jesus? I don't. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyways, but be aware. One reason that I got kind of sidetracked of starting earlier, like I said, I was hoping to have already gone live and been live for a while now, but my son called me. Okay, how's your day going? Well, it's going pretty good. Not really, just like the name. Oh, okay. Well, we just got a donkey for Christmas. Yeah, and she's so pretty. Well, I'm going to have to quit saying she. We named it Hazel. We named our donkey Hazel. And then we discovered there looked like there was something dangling down below. So we've gone from naming Hazel to Hazelnuts. That's the donkey's name now, Hazelnuts. This is a true story, and you cannot make this stuff up. Christmas was wonderful, Buckeye 5. How about yours? Y'all. Okay, Rowdy Talks. Yes, Rowdy Talks, I remember you. Janine, I think Rowdy Talks is okay. He calls me grandma, and I'm all right with that because I am a grandma. So I call him grandchild. Okay. I subbed and liked. Okay, Ken. Hello, how are you doing? Goodness gracious, why so many people on today? This is Friday. A lot of people are having to work again today. Jesus loves you too, Beastman 11. No, okay. We're good. We're good. Listen, I talk a lot about the Lord on this channel. I talk about the Lord, I talk about makeup, I talk about pets, and I cook. So if that's not your cup of tea, I would not, yes, I go to church. I would not suggest subscribing. You probably would not like the content. Have a wonderful day. Best wishes, and God bless you. You too, Joshua. Goodness gracious. I can't keep up with those comments right now. And I've been trying to tear into this candle that I got for the past, ever since I've been on here, 10 minutes. I'm subscribing. Okay, Buckeye. Hey, Grandma, it is my first time going to your channel. Okay, Beast Man, I thought you had been here before. Return. I subscribe. Tyson. Okay. All right. Amen. Stuart Meredith. I am subscribing. Okay. What's the topic, by the way? Well, again, I just come on here and it's a way I let my subscribers come on and interact with other subscribers. And one thing I like about doing live is as soon as I do a live, as soon as I end it, it loads immediately as to where I, when I put if I do a video and post it, it may take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours or longer to post. So this is why I go ahead and do this, because as soon as I'm done with the live, any of my subscribers can come back and watch just like that. Good night. So, there's that. Okay? So, Peyton. Hey there, Peyton. How you doing? And it's late in the day, and I started not to do this, put my makeup on, and I may not. You know what? I think I'm just going to skip it. Skip putting the makeup on, because by the time I get makeup on, it's going to be late. But Janine, this was the little palette I was talking about that Ron got me for Christmas. One of the things he got me for Christmas. I'll open it up. See that? And that's what it looks like right there. I thought that was real pretty. I like those colors. And I like the brush in it too. Hey, Jamie. Glad you got to come on here. Okay. Janine. Oh, Jamie. I don't know. Yeah, God loves you too. I wish I could figure out a time to do the lives when there was not so many trolls on here. And Janine, I got these things too. I haven't tried them yet, but I want to try them. I don't know if they'll work, but maybe I'll try them tonight. I want to see how they work. Looks like we need another, yes, I have a pet right there. See her? She's on the bed right now. She's on the bed asleep. Don't listen to them haters. I know, Buckeye. Goodness gracious. Got a lot of bored people on here today. I don't know how these things work. Oh, yeah, you do. I guess that's how they work, y'all. Let's see. I guess you roll it up like that. Twist it. Kind of different. Kind of like old style foam rollers. I could do that. I could sleep on that. That wouldn't hurt. So, yeah. I'm going to try these tonight and see how it turns out in the morning. Okay, but seriously, here's what I'm about to tell you about Janine. And hey, Cynthia, I see you. Watched earlier, but it was taped. Missed the live, and you cleaning the room. So anyway, this is part of the reason I was kind of late doing my live earlier, is because about right around the time I was going to do it, my son calls me and he says, what are y'all up to? And I said, nothing much. I just got up from a nap. Literally, I had just walked in there to go get a cup of coffee, and then I was going to come back here and, yes, try to put my makeup on. I said, but I hadn't even gotten there yet. I said, what's up with you? And he says, well, he said, two thugs tried to break in my house this morning. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he says, well, he says, I was literally just coming out of the bathroom. He says, and Jordan was sitting in there in the kitchen, and she told me, she said, somebody's knocking on the door. And Jonathan says, really? So he says that as I was walking to the door, he said the doorknob was turning. He says, and I looked out the window, and he said, there's these two dudes on the other side of the door. He said, and they're knocking on the door, and I could hear them bumping up to the door like that. And I was telling him, hey, yeah, you can't come in here right now. And he said they didn't say anything back. They didn't, let me know who they were or why they were there, anything. They just kept pushing on the door. Well, my son, he's not a very big, he's good size. He's like 200 something pounds, but 200 something pounds against 400 something pounds. Anyways, he got on the phone and called the cops and told the cops, somebody's trying to break in my house right now. And you need to get here really soon because I've got protection here and I'm going to use it if they open that door up. And the dispatcher said, whatever you just remain calm and do whatever you have to do to be safe. He says, he said, stay on the phone with us until the cops get there. They should be getting there any minute. He says, well, within the next couple of 30 seconds, there they were. And these two thugs go walking down the steps. And long story short, now he lives in a rental house. It's in a nice neighborhood, a nice area. And the cops got there and they started questioning these two that were trying to get into his house. And the cops came and said, we can't do anything to them. And my son said, are you kidding me? They said, no, we can't do anything to them because they said they had a work order on your house. He said, are you aware of a work order? And my son says, yes, I have a work order out there, but he says, I haven't been notified by phone, text, email. I said, they have not let me know when anyone's supposed to come out and do work. And they says, well, they showed me the work order and that they were scheduled to be here. But Jonathan says, they were trying to come in my house when I was telling them not to. And I said, they kept pushing the door. And he said, finally, I had to do a body slam against the door to keep them from coming into my house. Is that not trespassing? Cop says, if they have a work order, no, it's not trespassing. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? So they went on their merry way, and while the cops were still there and he's standing on the front porch, they get in their car and drive off and are yelling profanities at him as they're driving off for calling the cops on him. How crazy is that? I'm like, what you need to do, you get off the phone with me, you go across to your neighbor. Maybe they have those little, what do you call it, those ringtone things? Not ringtone, but the ring thing on their, and maybe your neighbor has cameras or something. Hey there, meow. Yeah. I said, I would raise ever living hell with the property owners. I would go to the top, I said, I'd be ringing their phone off and giving them a piece of my mind for the rest of the day. I said, what would have happened if you hadn't been there and it was just Jordan there by herself? What would have happened? And I just said, thank God nothing did happen. But did you catch that story, Cece? Yeah. So I said I'd get me a lawyer too. I would get me a lawyer, and I said, and I also called the cops, and I'd raise hell with them too. I'm like, ooh. I said, Jonathan said, look, man, he says, I had a Christmas tree here on the front porch. He says, there was such a ruckus going on. This big Christmas tree got knocked down. He said, the wind didn't blow it over. It got knocked down from them trying to bust into my house. When I'm telling them, no, don't come in. So, you know, beware, y'all. Beware. I'll try to shorten it, Cece. 2 guys tried to break in on my son this morning, about 11 o'clock, broad daylight. They claimed they had a work order on the house. Well, they must have been deaf and dumb because they didn't say, hey, we're here to work on your house. They weren't in work clothes. They weren't in a company vehicle, but they were trying to bust down my son's door with him on the other side saying, don't come in. So, yeah. Why didn't the workers announce that they had a work order if they actually had one? That's the question of the day. Well, they obviously showed the work order to the cops, but they didn't tell my son any of that. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. So if you have a work order, you can just break in. It's okay? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I'm like, well, all I can say right now is thank God nothing bad happened. I said, but please get off the phone with me. Go across to your neighbor right now. This was probably about an hour or so that I was on the phone with him. I said, it's early enough right now. He says, I'm looking out my neighbor's house right now, and they have cameras, like, centered on mine. I said, well, go over there to them right now. Explain what happened. Ask them to please run their cameras back and see if, no, the cops didn't arrest them. See if they've got footage of what happened. So, Miss Becky, they just wanted trouble. Glad your family. Yes, exactly, Andy. From where? So, it's a crazy world we live in. A very crazy world we live in. You know, and get this, okay? Now, I can't say, I'm just going to say, my son, when all this commotion was going on, they were trying to bust the door down. My son just stepped back away from the door and told his fiance, you know, let me use your protection. And he let it be known to the people trying to bust in, I've got such and such, and if that door flies open, this thing goes off. And that's when they stopped. That's when they stopped. You know, I asked Jonathan, I said, no time in the middle of this did they announce themselves, who they were or why they were. He says, not a word, Mom. Not a word. They just kept trying to break in the door. So, Crazy. Just crazy. I said, well, again, I would go to the property management and they'd be sorry they ever knew me after I gave them an earful. And I said, and Jonathan called the property management and told them, said, listen, this is what just went on. He says, man, he says, they did have a work order. He says, but that was inappropriate and unacceptable as to how this all happened. And Jonathan told him what his plans were. He says, man, all I can say, if it had been me, I would have done the same thing. So, y'all be careful out there, even in your own home. And funny thing is, right before I got off the phone with him, now Elvis and my son are gone doing some errands, and they're going to be back here shortly. I'm going to be making chili in a little bit, so I may come back on and make my chili live while Jeffrey's still here. But while I'm sitting here and I'm looking out my front window, here comes a van down my driveway, and I'm on the phone with Jonathan. I'm like, okay. I'm not technically alone. I said, Drew's in the other room. He's probably still sleeping. I said, but there's a van coming down my driveway, and I don't know who they are. And he says, okay, Mom, stay on the phone with me. Are you there alone? I'm like, not necessarily. And I just watched, and I'm like, okay. I said, they must be delivering something. I see they're walking to my front porch. They've got 2 packages in their hand. I said, they're obviously delivering something. So, but it makes you be on your toes when you hear things like this. But I will show you what they delivered. Evelyn and Dave, her husband, sent me and Ron one of these. So we'll be able to use it when we play Sky Joe. That's what we got. So, yeah. And I'm going to finish straightening out. This little desk right here. And I did find the perfume that Ron got for me. I don't know if y'all have ever used this one or not before, but that's what he got me for Christmas too. And I like it. One of my daughters love it. She says, oh my gosh, Mom, if you don't like that stuff, she says, I'll take it. She says, that's what I use every day. I'm like, okay. And you're too a beautiful lady who may not see this type of beauty at this age. I don't know. What is Santa Claus' wife? Well, that's a good thing. You're never alone. You always just that's exactly right. Did you get a chance to dust and vacuum? Yes, ma'am. I'm about to show you, girl. I got this bedroom. Well, to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, I didn't dust. But I did vacuum, and I've got this whole room straightened up. And I'm like, I'm going to go on here and straighten up this desk, too. I have candles galore. Y'all, I love mint. I love peppermint, spearmint, minty things. Well, my next daughter-in-law to be got me this right here. And have y'all ever heard of the Grove Company? This thing smells amazing. It's peppermint bark. I don't want to light it because I don't want to use it up. Does anybody else do that with your candles? It smells so good. I can't quit. It smells so good. Goodness gracious. But I've heard a lot. I've never had anything from the Grove Company, but I've heard a lot of good about them. And it says it is a soy wax blend, 100% natural fragrance. So I'll sit that right there till I get ready to use it. So, yeah, I'll put that right there. Oh, there's another thing, y'all. Look at this. Okay, so when we went to Tractor Supply yesterday, I've only got one. I've never tried that brand. I like gingerbread, and I like the clean linen. Okay, gingerbread. I bet gingerbread smells really good too. This will help. Honey, Cassie, you just wait. You'll be here one day, okay? Yeah, I hope you have a great day. I can't keep up with the comments. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. But I do ignore you if you're rude. So maybe you're being rude. I don't know. But I said we went to Tractor Supply the other day, yesterday, and I saw these. They had them on clearance. And I thought that was so cute. And I thought it would go good with the bedroom back here. But look at this. Is that really supposed to go in the socket? That thing right there? I'm afraid of electrical things, and I don't want to just, and I tried to put it in there, but I don't think that's supposed to go in there, but I can't break it off. I don't know what to do, but yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to get Ron to look at it. I never saw that. It does go in there. Really? Well, I try to put it in the outlet, and I don't know. That doesn't even look right. It seems like that should be the same length as that. Help stabilize the fixture in the socket. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. I want to hit the right person. Did I do it? Look at that one up. Yes, I did. It has a different socket, I think. I don't know. I'll let my husband do that because I'm afraid of it. I got shocked one time really bad, and ever since then I've got a phobia about electrical things. But anyways, y'all, hoping when I go live later, maybe, Lord willing, there won't be as many trolls on here, and it will be a little bit better live. So yes, Cece and Janine, we will be making chili. Chili sounds good. Okay, look, now it's gotten even foggier out there. You'd swear I lived in England. This is how it's looked all day long. All day long. So, I don't know. I like pine smelling stuff. Yeah. Chili. Yep. England is lovely. I'd love to go there. I really would. What was that? Oh, we're good. We're good. I'll tune in for the chili. Okay, well, I'm going to get off here right now because Ron and Jeffrey should be back here shortly. And I still have a little bit more I need to be doing around here besides doing what I'm doing right now. I wish, honk honk. I wish. Maybe you are, and you can fund. We can. You can send money. Why not? They want to say stuff. Why not? I'll just stay it back. But Cece and Janine, I think those and a few other girls on here were the only ones on this time of my subscribers. I'm just scrolling back to see if I see any more of them. Andy was on here too. I don't know if she still is. Bev. Hey, Bev, I think I might have missed you. It was these, you know, I've got all these other people on here popping, and I couldn't keep up with the comments. But maybe later tonight, Jeffrey and I will get in there and do our chili, and I'll let Ron sit on the comments. How about that? Now, stay tuned. Elvis will be keeping up with comments. All right, so I'm going. So maybe my other subscribers, I'll get off here now so the it'll be able to load, and the other ladies will be able to see it and maybe join later with the chili. Okay? So see ya, CC. Mwah, and Janine, you too. All right, Deidre. And Andy too, if you're on, and Bev too. Hope to see y'all a little later, okay? Y'all take care. All right, Thomas, we're about to end it. Come back on here probably about another 2. Oh, goodness, it's at 4 o'clock. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. maybe about another hour, hour and a half, I may be back on here. Okay? So, see y'all later. Oh, start a poll. Push the wrong button.